Hey guys, I'm JMac and this is Raid Shadow Legends. And today I want to talk about the Faction Guardians and something I've struggled with the Faction Guardians. So, obviously, to have them, you have to have the extra champion inventory space. And that's kind of where I ran into some problems was I had to spend a lot of gems to create more space to hold these. And as I was doing it, the thought kind of kept coming back to me, you know, do I want to spend gems on this? Because I'm not using very many rares at all. Uh, the only rares right now that I do use is Cold Heart, um, and Bellower as my campaign farmer. I did have to use Paragon to do the campaign missions, the very last fight on Nightmare to beat that boss. I did Paragon and Iron Brago, and after about 40 attempts, finally took him down and hope to never have to go back to him unless I got some awesome legendaries I'm taking in. But I've got all these spots getting filled up on champions that I'm not using. And I know there's a few other rares that are really good and can work in very specific fights. Renegade was one that I believe I've seen on some spider teams, maybe even some clan boss teams. Frozen Banshee is another one. But currently, I'm not really using any rares anywhere. And let me go back in here. And if you notice that for majority of my rares, they're all voids. Um, I kept the ones that I was using. Kale, Magic Affinity, had a couple of him in there. But on my other spots, if it's nobody that I'm using, I saved my voids. And my thought process behind that was here in the dungeon, there's this tower, Sky Peak, and it used to have purple shards on top. So I've seen a lot of people call it the Void Tower. And so with the purple shards, it would kind of lead you to believe it has something to do with Void Champions, maybe. So I was saving, you know, my rare voids in case this became some type of void specific dungeon, which I could see Plarium doing that because they want more of everybody's money, so voids are harder to get. And I could see him putting in content that was void specific, just to make people spend more money. I know there's a couple of secret rooms on Doom Tower that are void specific, but there's just a couple of those. But anyway, I was saving all my void champions, or as many as I could, in case this was something void. Well, this has changed to red. And the only other red that I'm aware of is mythical gear. When you go to your gear and do the filter, you'll see the gray, green, blue, purple, orange, and then you'll red. And that's for mythical gear they're talking about coming out. So now that this is mythical, I don't really feel the need to save all these rare guardians because they're just sitting here taking up space and I'm not using them anywhere. Um, but then on the other hand, I've kind of already got the space for them. During some of the champion training and the shard events, I start pulling a lot of green shards. I'll kind of start to run out of room, and it forces me to go to the tavern and feed quicker than normal. But I've got a lot of food here in my normal inventory, and I've still got 30 empty spots, so it's not just crucial and dire. And all these, I can always just feed to make more room. So I think what I'm going to do is for now keep the rare voids in that I have. And obviously, if it's a champion you're using a lot, there's a dwarf that I know gets used a lot. I don't think Master Butcher. Uh, if you've got Master Butcher and he's like holding down your team for a lot of what you're doing, then yeah, load this Dwarf Guardian up. That way he can get the extra stat boost. And it's not just huge game changing to get this extra, 10% HP or attack defense, but every little bit does help. But like I said, I'm just at a point where I don't use a lot of rares, and I kind of going back and forth on what to do just to free up space, because I know the more I play, I'll start end up getting more legendaries and more epics that I want to build up and use. I think for now I'm just going to keep them in there until that Sky Peak tower opens up and we see what that's about. And of course, as soon as I go through and feed all these void rares that I don't think I'm ever going to use, Plarium will come out with something that's void champion specific. But anyway, just thought I'd kind of share my thoughts. That way, if anyone's struggling on the Guardian Ring, it's awesome to have them, but it's kind of a waste of space if you're not using the champions. They're just sitting there. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a blessed day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.